any size pizza is buy one, get one free. Takeout or delivery. Let's talk Steelers.
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Steelers. Mike and I want to wish you, happy holidays. It's been a great season for the Steelers so far. It all started in Latrobe. You know, if you go to the Latrobe and you call it Latrobe, you're good. If you go to Latrobe and call it Latrobe, the people in my hometown are going to argue with you. So I don't want to get into this with you one more time, but it all began in Latrobe. It's been a great season so far. Mike, as this team prepares for a playoff run, we've clinched it even though we lost in Philadelphia. Got to take care of business with the Chiefs.
Back to the Chiefs. What they're doing this year is, they don't have that deep threat. Now, they do, actually. They just haven't used it. They've got a rookie, Xavier Worthy, who is a speedster. And if you match him up one-on-one and he gets one of his routes, like a post, a go, deep corner, angle corner, the wasp route that they called for Tyreek Hill back when he was there, if they get that shot, Mahomes will take it and he will make you pay if you get that one-on-one matchup with Worthy. I don't know what type of underneath receiver he is. I think they utilize Kelsey more. Their other tight end, Noah Gray, who's been coming on.
Well, that
Juju is another one. And now they got DeAndre Hopkins as well.
Yes.
Who, yes, he's getting up there in age, but he still is capable of being a very productive receiver in this league. And he's got some of the best hands around. So they've got the weapons.
Yep.
They've got Isaiah Pacheco back. They've got Kareem Hunt now. So what they're doing is they're not just feeding their horse Kelsey and Tyreek Hill like they have in the past. They've got everyone. And what they're going to do is they're going to feel it out. They're going to have what Andy Reid will do is he'll have a package of plays for certain players. So let's say we got Travis Kelsey. I want to get him involved in the game early. I'm going to have this set of plays here for him. Xavier Worthy, I'm going to have my shot plays for him. Hey, this is a big game for Juju coming back to his home team. Let's get him little extra touches. Let's get him fired up. Let's get him emotionally involved in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you'd be crazy not to,
and that's
right?
what he does. And we used to go in on Saturday mornings as the quarterbacks, myself, Donovan McNabb, and Coy Detmer, and we'd sit down with Andy and we'd sit there with the game plan. And he had the game plan all drawn up. We would get copies of it as players. We'd sit there, we'd go through it. We'd go through our calls, our first down calls, our run plays, our short yarder runs, our goal line runs, our goal line passes. It's not like he's like looking at the Cheesecake Factory menu he gets down on the 1 yard line. He's like, let's go with this one. No, he's probably got 2 or 3 plays lined up, and that's it for that section. Then he'll have it broken down, like 1 to 3, 3rd and 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 10, and then 10 plus or 12 plus. But he'll have all those plays and he'll have sections for his players. So he will want to get the ball to certain guys. And then he does a very good job of mixing in the first 15, and he does try to get certain guys involved early. When I was in Philly, we had T.O. You needed to get T.O. involved early. You didn't want him checking out mentally. You didn't want him not feeling like, hey, I'm not getting the ball and get that attitude. You wanted to get that ball to him early, make him feel like he's involved in the game early. And that's one thing Andy Reid does, and that's why he's been successful, is understanding players' personalities, understanding that they want the ball. He loves Pacheco and how hard he runs. Now that he's back, I think it's his second week back, third week back, or actually it'll be his third week back now. He's a hard runner. He loves to get creative, and he loves his players to get creative, making those plays. So it doesn't necessarily everyone's like, oh, Andy Reid wants to air it out. No, he's a creative play caller, and
he's a genius.
You don't have to air it out to be a creative play caller. A lot of those little shovels.
Mike, that's what scares me.
One thing that he's really good at is his screen game.
That's
his screen
what scares
game is
me.
better than anyone else in the league.
He's going to attack these Pittsburgh linebackers to start with. I talked earlier in the year about Patrick Queen. Yeah, he's a thumper, but I do see some cracks in his pass coverage. If it's in front of him, he can make it, but he gets lost in pass coverage. I totally believe that your former coach, Andy Reid, is going to attack the Pittsburgh linebackers to start with both tight ends, then from there build it out. Then you get into Pacheco, as you said. He is dangerous. I don't care whether you're hitting him in the flats. I don't care whether you're handing it off to him. That guy, he's a mini Jalen Warren.
So what Coach Reid does is he does a great job with It's just not drop back, bring the rush, old school screen.
Right.
It's play action, half boot setup, throwback. It's literally pump, jailbreak here, reverse out, hit swing on this side. It's a double screen. And then they've got the third one where they'll pump the jailbreak, they'll reverse out, pump that one, then they'll get the tight end leak down the middle. He's creative in all that.
And you've got a quarterback that can do that.
And he can make all the throws. He can, all the different arm angles. But the key to stopping those screens is not necessarily the linebackers. It's going to be how fast can the Steelers' defensive line identify it being a screen, stop and retrace.
Well, we got Benton, who's a screen killer up in Cleveland.
Stop and retrace, and that's the key. Because what happens is if you stop and retrace and you get to that, now the quarterback is forced to do two things, really. Either one, run it, which is not the best thing in that point, because the defense is typically reacting to that. And two, is just throw it at his feet and throw it away. Because you can't throw it out of bounds downfield because now you're going to get an illegal man downfield. So when you throw a screen away, it's always at the feet of the running back. You cannot let that ball cross because there's timing involved. So if the D-line for the Steelers, if this week, practice the screen, retrace, stop and retrace your steps and get back to where that ball's going.
All right, from the Italian Village Pizzeria, Trattoria, here on Route 28, Merry Christmas from Mike and me and the guys behind, well, the crew we call them. From everybody at Let's Talk Steelers, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you.
We're from the town with that great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chuck Noll and all his friends are all on the beat.